So when the Kundalini rises, she passes through your different centers, which are subtle centers, and nourishes them, pierces through your fontanel bone area, and connects you to the all-pervading power about which we do not know. Then from your hands you feel vibrations which are called as Chaitanya Lahari. Adi Shankaracharya has called it Saundarya Lahari. Because you can judge the Saundarya with this. Beautifully he has described. But how much they tortured him? Think of it. Person like Adi Shankaracharya, I don't know what to say. The one who gave such secrets about the mother, such great descriptions. He was tortured for what? What wrong did he do that he should have been tortured? Now we have to stand up with the truth and must say that, Mother, we have to have the truth and nothing else. I told you yesterday that Atma is the reflection of God Almighty in our heart. In these days of scientific conditioning, this is a new type apart from the dharmic. Scientific conditioning in which every scientist thinks that he knows everything. They don't know anything, take it from them. It's absurd. Now you have seen so many scientists coming up and telling you about Sahaja Yoga. They have accepted because they have experimented. I told them that Muladhara chakra, the first chakra, Muladhara, is made of carbon atoms because it is made of Prithvi Tattva. And if you photograph the carbon atom and make a model out of it, and then take photographs, say from left side, you will see the right side, and you will see actually Om written. If you see it from the right side on the left side, you will see a swastika. But if you see from down upward, you will see a cross. There is really, I must tell you, a doctor, Varlikar, he is a very famous doctor. He missed his prize in the Nobel Prize because perhaps he was an Indian. He is the one who experimented with 3-4 other Sahaja Yogi scientists, and they said it is so. It is so. There is such a little knowledge with these scientists because they are seeing things from outside. With Sahaja Yoga, you go from inside. And everybody says the same thing. Because now you see me standing here, wearing a white sari and a red border. Everybody knows, everybody feels. I don't have to tell you, you know it. You see it and you say this is so. But once you get your realization, whatever you feel on your hands is felt by everyone the same. Even if you take 10 children and tie up their eyes, ask them, what is this gentleman suffering from? They don't know if it's a lady or a gentleman, eyes are tied. They'll put, supposing, one finger like this. That means his Vishuddhi is bad. You ask the person, have you got throat trouble? How do you know? We know. Because this finger is Sri Krishna's finger. Sri Krishna's place. This is the throat trouble. It all relates. Mythology is not all absurd. 90% is absolutely what it was. Of course, there are some absurd things that have walked in. But 90% mythology, so-called mythology, is absolutely there. Now we go to temples, we think this is a temple going is very good and all that. But we don't know what we are doing, what we are praying, whom are we praying, what are these deities, how they work in ourselves, where do they reside within ourselves, what is their job, how to please them. We don't know anything, but you ask these foreigners, they know everything. First of all, they got fed up with Christianity. That's one thing. They just got fed up with all the nonsense they found out. Because very intelligent, you can see. And their conditioning was much less. And they started thinking, after all, we don't know why they do like this. Then they were just ready. At that time, we exported lots of fake gurus. Best export is the fake gurus. Thank God we are saved. We are poor, that's a blessing. So lots of fake gurus went there, made a lot of money. And here also we had lots of them. I mean, we are just good at it, creating lots of fake gurus. And they befooled people one after another, made a lot of money. It's all money oriented. In the beginning, it was so difficult for me because they all used to come with big gusto to fight me because I said, you can't take money in the name of God. That was too much. How can she say you cannot take money? But now it's better. One by one, all of them got nicely exposed and more will be exposed. I don't have to tell you about them. They will be exposed one by one. If there is light, all darkness has to go and everything that is there has to be exposed. So everyone feels the same. There's no quarrel about it. Because the Spirit is the reflection of God Almighty, is one God who reflects Sadashiva. Sadashiva, who is a witness to the work of the primordial Mother Adishakti, is just witnessing the play, just witnessing. In you, he is witnessing as Atma, but he doesn't come into your attention. He's there. And his attention is only limited because he has not to any way interfere with your freedom. So he keeps to himself, he's just watching. That is the auto. When we say autonomous nervous system, that is the auto. That's the Spirit. Now, is the reflection of one Sadashiva. Naturally, all the reflections have to be the same. Their effects have to be the same. Of course, before realization is the reflection on a stone, we can call it, or on a wall, or maybe on some sort of an opaque thing. After realization, you become reflectors, beautiful reflectors, and it reflects you. And everyone reflects the same thing. So the effect of Atma Sakshatkar is the same on every person. That first he starts feeling this cool breeze in his hands, then out of his fontanelle bone area. All of them feel the same way. Then they start feeling these centers and finding out what's wrong. Also, all of them become thoughtlessly aware. First stage, which we call as Nirvichar Samadhi. Instantaneously it works. You may say, Mother, it's very difficult. How does it happen? People had to go to Himalayas. All right, doesn't matter. You don't have to. Those days are gone. After all, the civilization, this tree of civilization has grown so big, its roots have to be grown. Otherwise, the whole civilization will be finished. And this is the knowledge of the roots. And that's why to know this knowledge, you have to become subtler, sukshma. This is only possible when the kundalini rises and pierces through your fontanelle bone and makes you connected with the all-pervading power of God's love. So the first thing that you feel is collective consciousness, because everybody is the Spirit. So you can feel another Atma, you can feel another Atma, you can feel another. You can feel their body, you can feel their mind, you can feel anything. This is the first quality you get, Samuhik Chetana, on your nervous system, on your central nervous system. whatever you have got in your evolution is expressed on your central nervous system. Now see, for example, if you have a dog or a horse and you want to take him through a very dirty lane, it will go, it won't bother. But for a human being, it is very difficult. Because in our evolution, our central nervous system has developed this sense of smell, a sense of beauty. All right. So this they have developed. And once they have developed, what happens? That now we human beings are definitely higher than animals in our evolution and in our subtler sensitivities. For a dog, it doesn't matter what you put here, how you decorate, what color you wear, nothing. To us, it is very important because our sensitivity has improved. It has improved because of our evolutionary process, we have become human beings. But in the human stage, we have one problem, and that problem is that we have developed two institutions in our head, and it's called as ego and superego. When you call the ego and the condition. These two institutions on our head cross over and calcify, and we become a closed personality. When the Kundalini rises, she passes through this Agya Chakra, which is on the optic chiasma, and sucks in these two, opens the Sahasrara, and the Kundalini goes up. This is a living process. This is not that you can do. Supposing you want to sow a seed, you cannot pull out a primule, the ankura, and push it into the thing. You cannot make the seed sprout. It's a living process of a living God and of a living energy. Please understand, there's a big difference. So, this is working out spontaneously. The rising of the Kundalini, she is your mother. She moves very beautifully without troubling you. She knows her child very well. This is the chance she has to give realization to you. She has loved you all her life, all your lives, and she knows all about you, all your problems. Like a naughty boy you have been. Doesn't matter, she says, this is the chance to give them realization. It is she who comes up well, beautifully, works it out, we assist. All this happens.